Have you ever wanted something so badly, only to feel that the more you wanted it, the further away it slipped? Maybe it was love, money, or even a special item you had an eye on. And yet, despite all the effort, the universe seemed to say, not yet. It almost feels unfair, right? You would think that strong desire should bring things closer, but so often the opposite seems to be the case. And in this video we are diving deeper into what I call the paradox of wanting and receiving. I'll show you why sometimes wanting too much can block the very thing you're trying to manifest. And of course, how you shift your energy and how you shift your life, your behavior, that life can actually deliver. Here's the paradox in one single sentence. The more we cling to our desires, the more we push them away. Why? Because strong attachment doesn't just signal clarity, it often signals lack. When you desperately want something, you are telling yourself, I don't have this yet, and I need it to feel okay. And you are sending out this kind of energy also into the space outside, into the universe. So this is the feeling of lack you are sending out there. The focus on not having creates tension and resistance, both in your psychology and also, if you want to use rather the spiritual term, the spiritual language, in the energy you are sending out. So instead of drawing the desire closer, your intensity, your very intensity, keeps it out of reach for you. Think about how often we are just putting our desires onto a pedestal, up there, high up there above. And we say, if I just had this relationship, my life would finally be complete. Or if I got this job, everything would be perfect. If I could just buy this thing, I would be really happy. And the higher you raise the pedestal, the higher you put it up there, the harder it becomes to actually climb onto it. The object of desire starts to feel almost too good to be true and almost unachievable and not reachable. And when something is too good to be true, part of us unconsciously expects not to have it. Let me give you a personal example. Some time ago, I wanted to have a special watch. It had some kind of unique features and I thought it would be the perfect fit for me and I just wanted to have it. So for weeks I searched, I checked websites, I compared the prices, I did everything. I was so focused on it that it almost became an obsession. And the more I wanted it, the more it seemed impossible to find. At some point I said, okay, maybe it doesn't exist the way I wanted to have it, so I just let it go for now. And I didn't abandon the idea, but I said, okay, maybe I'll find some watch kind I wanted to have it later on, so I just let it go for now. And after I did this, something really strange happened. The moment I released this tight grip on this item, I felt lighter. The watch wasn't abandoned, the desire was still there, but I wasn't chasing it anymore. And wouldn't you know, not long after, the exact model with all the features I wanted to have showed up. Actually, I wasn't even looking for it. I was just looking for a car at this time because my old car was old, so I wanted to have a new one. And the dealership just, for some reason, we talked a little bit and for some reason the dealer said, oh, by the way, I have a watch I'm not wearing here because it doesn't fit me. Maybe I can show it to you, maybe you want to have it? And I said, yeah, why not, show it to me? I like nice watches. And he came back and brought the exact watch I had been imagining weeks ago for a long time. And it had all the features I wanted to have. It was exactly the watch I wanted to have. So I was really baffled. And this last experience taught me something. It's not about giving up. It's about letting go of the pressure we put or we place on the outcome. So why does letting go work? actually. Why does this shift work? From a psychological view, there's two points to mention here. When we are tense and desperate, we actually miss opportunities and make often poor decisions. When we are calm and open, we notice solutions and synchronicities and ways forward, ways towards our goals. And from a spiritual perspective, desperation emits lack. We are sending out lack. If we are say, we want, we need it, we need it, we need it, we are sending out lack, lack, lack. Because we are saying, I don't have it, we don't have it. And the second one here is detachment emits trust. And trust is magnetic. It pulls things into our lives. And it's like telling life, I'd like to have this, but it's okay for me either way. This state of acceptance is exactly what allows us to receive. And this connects to something I explored in another video, the letting go video. I just give you the link here in this video if you want to go a little bit deeper into this topic, letting go. And letting go doesn't mean you stop caring or stop wanting. This letting go topic is often misinterpreted, but it's not about stop caring, stop wanting, or emptying ourselves from all wishes till we are empty, like an empty bucket. This is not meant with this, It's just what you let go is just the neediness, the exaggerated desire or the feeling, oh, I need this to be happy, I need this to be complete, I need this for whatever reason. This is what we need to let go. It means to release the grip, the pressure, and the feeling, the idea, without that, I am nothing. It's the difference between saying, I need this to survive, to be complete, to be happy, or saying, well, it would be amazing to have this, and I trust it'll show up at the right time in my life. That shift alone changes your entire relationship with desire, and also with letting go. So how can we put this into practice? I have 4 practical steps here. First of all, what I mentioned before, the pedestal. Notice the pedestal. Ask yourself, am I treating this goal like the golden ticket to happiness? If yes, just crank down the pedestal a little bit, or not only a little bit, crank it down till it comes exactly to the height of your eyes. And then you have the exact right level for this. The second one is detach from the timeline. Wanting is just natural. Everybody of us wants. But being obsessed, getting obsessed over when it will arrive, this creates resistance. So just trust the process. Trust that it will arrive at the right time. And if you do this, you are making a huge step forward. The third one is refocus on self-worth. Realize you are already whole and complete. The desire you have is an addition to you, not a completion. Right now you are whole and complete, and you came to this world as a whole and complete human being. So you just add things to you, to yourself, to yourself. And the fourth one is play with the paradox. Sometimes the fastest way to receive is to loosen the grip, loosen the need to receive at all. And this is something I realized quite often in my life, and it took a couple of times till I noticed that. Because many of us seem to think, well, if my desire is strong enough, and if I really want to have this, if my will is strong enough, and if I'm thinking of this, so this will come automatically into my life. But often it is not the case. So if you just have this wish, set your intention, feel the desire, and after a while say, okay, I want to have it, and I trust the process, and I trust it will come into my life. I don't know when, but it will. So to conclude, this is the paradox of wanting and receiving is this: the moment we stop needing so desperately is often the moment life finally delivers. Desire is not the enemy, but clinging to it is. Desire is completely great and it's completely okay, and everybody of us has desires we want to have in our lives. Because when we balance wanting with trust, dreams stop being out of reach. They start becoming reality, and sometimes fast, sometimes faster than we think. And this also happened in my life. Like this watch. A couple of weeks later, I just stopped this. It came into my life. There's no guarantee, of course, but it can happen. And trusting the process always will bring you a huge step forward. Now it's your turn. What I would love to hear from you is, have you ever experienced this paradox yourself? Wanting something so badly, only to finally receive it after letting go. Share your experience in the comments. And if this resonated with you, check out also my video Letting Go, and it goes even deeper into this process. Thanks for watching, and remember, sometimes the secret to receiving is simply to stop holding on so tight.